It is true that the public speaking is one of the intimidating tasks, or it is true. Yeah, it should be because the idea that has been lingering since a long time, or we are like we have ingrained this since the childhood or since the schooling time, and the idea was that we cannot speak in front of people or we cannot say a word in English. Why? Because we were survived or we were our upbringing was in such circumstances or such environment where it used to be considered one of the challenge or tough way of speaking or a skill set. So that is why the all things are still lingering and we are obsessed with what that we cannot speak, and it is true somewhere because when we were studying in a school or college, so at the time we were poor in English. We were not grown, we were not intelligent, or we were not in the place where even we used to understand. And coming from that circumstances, coming from that environment, how can we think that today we will speak well? Because all the fear, all the circumstances, all the situation, when we grow, we ingrain from there and that stem from there. So if we think later on that we can improve, how is it possible and how we can think that a day will come or we'll start speaking. So it is really the fear of failure mindset that every time the seeds we have planted, we have shown into our head, is still somewhere layered in the mind. Or if we think that a day will come when we'll speak, but how will it happen? What will cause it? That will change it drastically. It's not gonna happen. Yeah, it is not possible that we can change the way we used to think the time or the we are thinking now. Yes, we have learned, we have a skill ourselves, we have cultivated a lot of idea, thing that basically will increase our confidence level when it comes to speaking, but it does not mean that we are completely able to eradicate, root out the past thought that we had in our mind. So that is the one challenge that every time when we go somewhere or in front of reception, in the PTM, in the meeting, or wherever we face the English. So there what happened, all obsession that we had from the past, that stemming from the past, the fear of failure, the idea that has been coming since our childhood for a long time, that is somewhere lingering in our mind, that is paralyzing us, that is creating panic when it comes to communication skill, because the rhythm, the tone, the way we speak English is quite decent. Yeah, quite decent that we speak in Hindi or in our mother tongue, wherever it belongs to. So that is a reasonable or rational fear. But will it be with me? Will it linger all along the life? Or will we able to, eradicate it, to fade it away, or we will die with the dream only, will not achieve that. That is what we need to understand, or we need to think about that. So how long we will be in this the pathetic, terrible situation where others are speaking and I'm sitting in, I'm looking at his mouth. Oh my gosh, how can he speak and I cannot? So that mindset is still somewhere nagging behind head. But again, we are the responsible because everything has been proven. Nothing is impossible that we cannot do. A man can do everything. Or there are a lot of examples worldwide. So why not? We can improve. We can improve this. It will take a time, it may take a time, but it's not impossible. Whatever we have ingrained with, layered with, hardwired, a day we can eliminate that. We can decline. So declining the thought is not easy that we can assume or we can think, but If we practice, if we try again and again, reiterate the same thing again and again, but somehow we have to think about the past fear, that how we can get rid of that. And to getting rid of that is possible. Yeah, it is possible. A lot of people I have heard, a great people like Mahatma Gandhi, Warren Buffett, kinds of people they are reading nowadays. Not nowadays, they were one of the influential people worldwide. If they had such fear, why cannot we have? We have. But it does not mean that we cannot. They did it. They managed to get rid of this. Why cannot we? We can. But the problem is how consistent we are, how we are demonstrating our strength, perseverance, so that a day will come when we will be able to get rid of this, to ward it off. So when, because our life, career, they all are being afflicted because of a small problem, that is the English communication skill. So how long more we will be sitting in that stagnant process, and we will be waiting the time to come? No, 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 that is big no. That what even I realize, or people they have gained the confidence over the English, they are narrating, they are sharing their idea, or they are motivating us. So we need to ignite the thought, galvanize ourselves in the action that basically leads towards the path that we want. A lot of people they were in the same situation that we have or we are, but how did they manage to come out of this, to extricate from this situation? So if they have done that, why we are not able? Why cannot we do that? We can, but the problem again, it is lingering. We are obsessed with the idea, the fear of failure that we had in our past. But was it rational? It was rational at the time, but it's just irrational. Why now? It was a time when we were not able to form a sentence, but now we have a list of sentences in our mind. So the time was different, now time is different. So why not? We can improve. We can improve it now. But the problem is how to disconnect, detach the past experience that is still somehow nagging behind our mind, or we are obsessed with that, we are layered with that, hardwired. So a day will come for sure, if we start doing now, it will help us to get rid of it, to eradicate from this problem, to extricate from this situation, circumstances, or it will fuel the path where we want to go. So just think in that way, that how can we make that happen? Or a day will come when we will be speaking in front of people, we will enjoying ourselves, yeah, or realizing that, oh my god, the situation we had created in our mind, it was rational a few years ago, but it was not true. That was again and again paralyzing us to not speak, or it was somewhere creating hesitation. We were fumbling, we were faltering when it comes to speaking. So why still we are in that pace when that time we were not able? So that's great, but now we have prepared ourselves, or we are working on it. So if we are working with the challenge, everything is sitting here. At that time it was not, so we used to obsess, the circumstances, situation, environment were not supportive, so we were not able to speak. But now everything is there, we learned a lot, we sacrificed our time to gain the knowledge, or everything we are putting, or we are putting our 100% to cultivate the idea in English, learning vocabulary, learning everything. So why not now we can speak? We can speak. So this is how, I have been teaching people, or people come to me, they are speaking well, fluent, but again, what trigger in their mind that they are not good? Yes, this, because these all problem is stemming from the past. They had made fear of failure, talking in the meeting, talking during the interview, or wherever they went. They are afflicted with these kinds of toxic emotions. So they want to prepare well before opening their mouth in front of anybody where they want to speak. Yes, because of that, they learn. And yes, that is good idea. Learning is not bad idea. So whatever problem you had, so let's say I'm teaching, or when people come or they're speaking, discussing about something, and they're using a lot of fillers, a lot of kinds of thing that makes their communication dull. That is what I immediately remark, spots it, and immediately give the feedback. And that feedback, somehow they realize that, oh, these are the problems that I have been facing, but even when I speak, I don't realize. And it happens because since long time, something we have been carrying that has been hardwired, somewhere ingrained back in the mind, that even when we speak at the time, we don't realize that what mistake I was making. In now, when I sport, when I remark, when I say that, show the mirror, they accept that yes, this is what I want or I wanted to get rid of, but I was not able to find it out. And today, at least, you help me out to understand what problem was causing me, that I was not confident, or people, when I used to speak, they were somewhere in the dicey mode. It seemed that I punished them. It was not captivating that other people, when they are delivering some speech and they are greatly they are passing their information, it is persuasive, intriguing. What makes me different than these people, what these people do and what I cannot do. So that those people who are captivating a speaker, they have gone through a lot of practice, they are doing every time, learning a lot of things, and that is why they are great in speaking. But when it comes to me, I am just thinking or in regret mode. When we see others, we start discriminating our idea, our thought, our performance with them. So we always try, or we are addicted, we are obsessed with the negative thought and just beating ourselves with these are toxic. So it is not that we cannot do that. We can, but the problem comes is, are we ready? Are we prepared to cultivate the idea that is pushing us behind? We are lagging behind. So one day we can gather, we can bolster our idea, our thought, and we'll notice that everything is going well, that what we want. So it's endless process. Nobody gain mastery, so we can gain it, we can learn it, not mastery, but at least we, whatever we had wished or dreamed, we can do that. So instead of thinking, instead of sitting, we can achieve this level. Thank you.